I'm going to discuss question number 37 from CUET 2024. Now, we are given that there is an inferior good for which substitution effect of a price decrease and income effect of a price decrease is what we have to check. What happens to the substitution effect of a fall in price of a good which is an inferior good, and what happens to the income effect of a price of a good which falls. Now let's discuss that, and we have to check whether the both substitution and income effect, whether they work in different direction or they work in the same direction, and what happens to the aggregate demand, right? We have to check whether substitution effect and income effect work in different or same direction, and what happens to the income effect, substitution effect eventually, and what happens to the aggregate consumption of the good, whether it falls or it rises, right? This is what we have to check. Now just discussing about the properties of income effect of a price decrease for an inferior good. What happens if price fall for an inferior good? Then because of fall in price and it's an inferior good, the demand will also fall because your real income increases, right? And therefore you demand less of the inferior good. Okay, I hope this concept is clear. And therefore the income effect of a fall in price leads to a fall in overall demand for the good. Okay, this is the result of income effect. Now what is the result of substitution effect? As the price fall, because there is a substitution happening, because of fall in price, the demand for this good will rise as people will substitute away their demand for this good away from the other good. So the substitution work effect is such that because of fall in price, the overall demand will rise. Okay, now which of the two substitution or the income effect is greater? For an inferior good, remember this thing, that the substitution effect is more powerful. This is greater than the income effect. However, for given good it is the opposite. Okay, so for substitution effect is greater than income effect, and therefore a fall in price of the good will lead to overall increase in the aggregate demand. So there is an overall increase in aggregate demand because the substitution effect is greater than the income effect. Because of substitution effect there was an increase in demand, and because of income effect there was a fall in demand, right? So the increase in demand magnitude is greater than the decrease in demand that happened due to the income effect, and therefore overall there is an increase in demand for good. Now what is the option that is workable given different options? We know that substitution and income effect, they work in different direction, right? Both are in different direction for an inferior good, right? And overall overall aggregate demand will rise, and therefore answer is option what? This is an answer is option A, where they both work in different direction, and overall there is an increase in demand, which is not the option in any of the, which is not the case in any of the other options. So therefore this is the option, right? So I hope this solution is clear. If there is any doubt, you can ask me in the comment box below, right? So thank you so much.